Just going to make sure we mute everybody again. All right, everybody. Mrs. Harris, it's nice to see everybody. Today, we're going to be celebrating our Thanksgiving with a few Thanksgiving stories. So hopefully you're going to enjoy them as much as I do for our bedtime story hours. I don't know about you, but I know some people think they have the perfect Thanksgiving. But this story, The Perfect Thanksgiving by Eileen Spinelli, is really perfect. Or is it? Let's find out. So illustrations are by Joanne Adenoff. And we'd like to thank Henry Holt and Company for allowing us to read our story today. The Perfect Thanksgiving by Eileen Spinelli. I've got to get to the first page. Hurry! Fourth of July, dishwashing, Christmas, vacuuming, Thanksgiving, vacationing, pie eating, bathing. Perfection reading. Good, very good, excellent, perfect, ultra perfect. Thanksgiving, ultra perfect. Abigail Archer's family is perfect in every way. Never is this more obvious than on Thanksgiving Day. Turn the page and take a look. Do you think we should? Are we ready? Okay. Here we go. Their turkey is plump and golden. Their napkins are made of lace. Their table is lit with candles. They all hold hands for grace. Oh, look, there's the turkey. Good thing I'm a hand turkey. Oh, that's good. He doesn't want to be eaten. I don't blame him. Our smoke alarm is wailing. Our turkey's burnt as toast. Dad spills the gravy down his shirt. A less than perfect toast. Oh my goodness. This is not perfect. But you know what? I think they're still having fun and enjoying it. Maybe not the burnt turkey, but spending time with family and friends. Abigail's Archer's father serves white meat all around. Everyone takes dainty bites, and no one makes a sound. Excellent, perfection, lovely, superb. My grandpa chews the gizzards. My brother chomps the wings. My sister slurps, my uncle burps, and Aunt Clarissa sings. Chew, chomp, burp, sing. So, which one is more like your house? Our first part of the story or the second page? Abigail Archer's mother wears organdy and pearls. She decorates their homemade pies with fancy whipped cream swirls. They both look great to me. Perfect mother. No quivering jello mold, fancy whipped cream circles, homemade pie, pearls, fancy shoes. My mother's dressed in blue jeans. Her pies are from the store. Her jello mold to quivering, a quiver to the floor. My mother. No pearls, no swirls. Quivering jello mold. Store-bought pie. Blouse not made of organdy. Blue jeans, fuzzy slippers. They both look great to me. To me too. The turkeys are happy with these. After dinner, at Abigail's, after the dishes are done, some of the grown-ups take a walk. Others play chess for fun. Look, even the turkeys are playing. You see? After dinner at our house, the dogs sneak off with scraps. Some of the grown-ups watch TV, others take long naps. Do you need to take a nap after you eat turkey on Thanksgiving? Sometimes I do. It's L-tryptophan. Abigail's older cousins read books in velvet chairs. The younger ones bring favorite toys and everybody shares. Oh, isn't that nice? Everybody's sharing. I love sharing. That's why I want to share my books and stories with you. My cousins chase around the house. They grab each other's collars. They hop atop the furniture and everybody hollers. The overnight guests at Abigail's have rooms all to themselves, with chocolates on their pillows and shampoo on the shelves. Our guests bring their own sleeping bags and canvas cots. Some guests sleep in the kitchen besides the cooking pots. Abigail Archer's family will sleep straight through the night. They'll have the pleasantest of dreams by starry window light. Doesn't that look so nice? All peaceful in slumber? My family fumbles in the dark, eats leftovers galore, and take bubbles bath at 2 a.m., and many of them snore. Where's this jello? Wee bubbles! Doink! Hey, stop hugging the blanket! Crash! Who used all the hot water? My family and the Archers are different, this I know. We can't tell peas from green legumes or snails from escargot. Gobble gobble? Wow, you don't look like a hand. I wish people would stop calling me escargot. Peas, legumes, who cares? Here, let me put some whipped cream swirls on that jello for you. Well, thanks. I wish people would stop calling me snail. This is not a pea, not a legume. Amazing. Love ratings. Ultra perfect, ultra perfect. But we are alike in one way. The nicest way by far. Alike in just how loving our different families are. The end. So it doesn't matter what your family's like on Thanksgiving, because all families are wonderful. We might not do things the same way. And even this year, we might have a few different traditions than we normally do. But our Thanksgiving is still going to be wonderful. Don't you think so? If you think it's going to be good, give me a thumbs up. I do too. Now, I know a little mouse who thinks, what will he get from Thanksgiving? We don't want to be too greedy, because one is A Feast for Mouse, a Thanksgiving tale by Judy Cox and illustrated by Jeffrey Ebler. Take a good look at our mouse. You're going to see all these wonderful things. What do you normally have at your Thanksgiving feast? Do you have turkey? What about mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberry sauce, green beans, salad, pie? I wonder what's going to be in store for our little friend Mouse here. One is A Feast for Mouse, a Thanksgiving tale by Judy Cox and illustrated by Jeffrey Ebler. We would like to thank Holiday House for allowing us to read our story. After Thanksgiving dinner, Mouse crept out of his hidey hole and looked around. Look carefully. Do you see Mouse? There he is, right there, in the clock. Did you spot him before I pointed him out? The house was quiet. Dad snoozed in the chair with his book. Mom dozed in front of the TV. Outside, the kids played football in the crisp yellow leaves. Cat curled up by the fire. He yawned and stretched his stripy tail. Then he closed his greeny eyes and went to sleep. And there's our friend Mouse right down there. Mouse scampered up the tablecloth. Thanksgiving leftovers were still on the table. So much to eat. Mouse saw a teensy tiny toothsome green pea all by itself under a plate. Give thanks, he thought. One will be a feast for me. Mouse rolled the pea across the tablecloth to take it back to his hidey hole. Yep, there's all kinds of things on the table, but there's Mouse right there, and he got his pea. But then his eyes were bigger than his stomach. He saw 6 leftover cranberries, glowing like rubies on a silver saucer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There they were. I'll just take one, he said to himself. One is a feast for me. He balanced one cranberry on top of his pea and started once again to cross the table to his hidey hole. There's his pea. He's going for a cranberry. He'll take them back to his home. See how nice he's balancing them on his way back to his home? Just then he saw 3 black olives, shiny in a dish. 1, 2, 3. I'll just take one, he thought. One is a feast for me. He put the olive on top of the cranberry, on top of the pea, and carried the tidbits across the table. Wow, balancing a pea, a cranberry, and an olive. Oh, then he saw the carrot sticks, crunchy and munchy and orange. I'll just take one, he thought. One is a feast for me. So he stuck one carrot stick into the hole in the olive, balanced both on top of the cranberry, on top of the pea, and started back to his hidey hole. There it is. Pea, cranberry, olive, and carrot. Then he saw the mashed potatoes. Mouse potatoes. There was just one scoop left on the plate. Do you like mashed potatoes? If you like mashed potatoes, can you give me a thumbs up? If you don't like mashed potatoes, you can give me a thumbs down. It's okay. You don't have to like everything. There was just one scoop left on the plate. I'll just take the plate, Mouse thought. What a feast I'll have. He balanced the plate of potatoes on top of the carrot stick, stuck into the olive, on top of the cranberry, on top of the pea. Mouse started off across his table. Wow, what a big feast Mouse is going to have. He's going to have a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner, don't you think? He's got so many good things to eat. And then he saw the gravy, brown and luscious, in the silver gravy boat. Gravy for the mouse potatoes, he thought. I must have that for my feast. And he balanced the gravy boat on top of his mashed potatoes, on top of the carrot stick stuck in the olive, on top of the cranberry, on top of the pea. And he started off. But then he spotted the pumpkin pie. Oh, there it is. One slice of pie brown and dimpled with color of fluffy cream. Mmm, does that look yummy? So he balanced the pie on top of the gravy boat, on top of the mashed potatoes, on top of the carrot stuck in the hole of the olive, on top of the cranberry, on top of the pea, and he started off across the table. The pie slid, but Mouse caught it just in time. Oh, oh, there we go, balanced. Mouse bobbed and bubbled across the tablecloth on his way to his hidey hole for Thanksgiving feast. He didn't see the cat creeping closer and closer. Oh, do you see the cat? There he is. There's Mouse with all his goodies, all piled high. There he is. There's Mouse on the edge of the table with his pea, with his cranberry, with his olive and the carrot stick, with his plate of mashed potatoes and his gravy and his piece of pie. But there's the cat looking at him. But Mouse saw the turkey, brown and juicy, surrounded with parsley. Much was gone, but there was enough left over for a mouse to feast, or even two. I'll just add that, thought Mouse, and he carefully placed the turkey platter on the very top of his pile, on top of the pie, on top of the gravy, on top of the mashed potatoes, on top of the carrot stick stuck into the hole in the olive, on top of the cranberry, on top of the pea. That's a lot of things for Mouse to be carrying and balancing, don't you think? I think so. He's doing a great job holding all of that. He started off across the table to his hidey hole. And there, at the table's edge, he met Cat, greedy-eyed and hungry, clawing up the table on the tablecloth. Do you see how close he is to Mouse? Uh-oh. I think Mouse might be in trouble. Do you think Mouse is in trouble? I think so too. Mouse skidded to a stop. The turkey wibbled and wobbled. It slid and slipped. Mouse danced to keep his feast. He pirouetted like a ballerina. He juggled like a platter spinner. But off slid the turkey, whoosh, with a plop, landing smack on the cat. Oh my, we're creating a mess. Down crashed the pumpkin pie and the boat of gravy. Down crashed the mashed potatoes with a clatter that woke Mom. Down fell the carrot stick, still impaled with the olive. Down went the cranberry, which rolled, leaving a red track across the tablecloth. Down went the pea, all clatter-wumpus off the table, rolling onto the floor. Off scampered Mouse, quick as a bandit, back to his hidey hole, ahead of the cat. He huddled in his hidey hole. His heart pitter-pattered. He peered out. He got back to his hole in time. Down came the broom on the stripy green-eyed cat. Bad kitty, shouted Mom. Outside! And she swept the cat out the door. Mouse looked around, whiskers trembling with fright. No Thanksgiving feast for me, he thought. Just then, he spotted, glowing in the corner. One teensy, tiny, round and toothsome, green and luscious pea. Give thanks. One is a feast for me. Did you like that story? If you did, give me a thumbs up. I like that story. I think Mouse's eyes were bigger than his stomach. My mother always said that to me during Thanksgiving because you thought you could eat so much, but you could only have a little bit of everything. But this way, even Mouse got to eat on Thanksgiving. And we've got one final story to read. 'Twas the night before Thanksgiving. The story and paintings are by Dave Pilkey. So remember, the author is the person who writes all the words in the book, and the illustrator is the person who does all the drawings. And in this case, Dave Pilkey, he did both. He's writing the words and drawing all the pictures to go with it. So take a nice look. 'Twas the night before Thanksgiving. Usually, turkeys don't celebrate Thanksgiving. They'd rather forget about it. And they'd rather we forget too. Why do you think turkeys don't like Thanksgiving? That's right. A lot of people eat turkey on Thanksgiving. And the turkey does not want to be eaten. So 'twas the night before Thanksgiving. We'd like to thank Scholastic Incorporated for allowing us to read our story today. And what is done with love is well done. Quote by Vincent van Gogh. Do you see the leaves? I don't know about you, but I see leaves outside. And yes, I see all kinds of colors. I see brown and yellow, green and red and orange. That's how I know it's fall or autumn. And that's when this story takes place. 'Twas the day before Thanksgiving, and all through the trees, the fall leaves were spinning aloft in the breeze. That means they were blowing and floating down. 8 children had boarded their school bus. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there they are. Oh, look at all their happy faces, all their grins. And hope that a field trip soon would begin. Over the river, through the woods, with winding and weaves, their school bus sailed on, through the new fallen leaves. When out on the road there arose such a clatter, they threw down their windows to see what was the matter. Look, there goes the bus. Through the woods, turkey farm. Can you predict where they're going? You think they're going to go home? And you think they're going to go to the mall? And you think they're going to a farm? You think they're going to grandma's house? I don't know. Let's turn the page and keep reading. When what with their wondering eyes should they see but a miniature farm and a tiny turkey? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. And a little old man so lively and rugged, he knew in a moment it was Farmer Mac Nugget. Yeah, look. There are all the children on the school bus with their teacher and the bus driver. And they're going to Farmer Mac Nugget's farm to see all the turkeys. Yep, sounds like a great field trip. He was dressed all in denim from his head to his toes, with a pinch of polyester and a dash of Velcro. And then in the twinkling they heard in the straw the prancing and pawing of each little claw. More rapid than chickens, his cockles they came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. Let's find out the names of all the turkeys. You ready? Now Ollie, now Stanley, now Larry and Moe, on Wally, on Beaver, on Shep and Groucho. You'll have to ask your parents and grandparents who they might be named after. The turkeys were chunky with smiley big faces, and they greeted the children with downy embraces. Oh, do you see the big smiles on all the children's faces? Oh, they love the turkeys. Look at them hugging them. Would you hug a turkey if that was you? I think everybody is smiling. They're all happy. So out through the barnyard they ran and they flew, and they gobbled and giggled, and friends sometimes do. Do you laugh with your friends? Do you giggle and spend time with them? Do you have fun with your friends? The turkeys and our children, they're having fun together. Then somebody spotted an axe by the door, and she asked Farmer Nugget, "What's it for?" With a blink of his eye and a twist of his head, the old farmer told a grim tale of dread. "Tonight," said McNugget, "these feathery beasts will be chopped up and roasted for Thanksgiving feast." "Oh!" said the children. The children stood still as tears filled their eyes, and they clamored aloud in a chorus of cries. "No, no, no, you can't do that to the turkeys." I think the children are getting upset. If you're getting upset, don't worry. It's just a story. And wait till you find out what happens when I turn the page. I promise, it gets good. You don't have to worry. "Oh dear," cried McNugget. "Now what shall I do?" So he dashed to the well, and the teacher went too. And they fetched some water fresh from the ground in hopes that a swig might calm everybody down. Yes, let's take a sip of water and calm down, everybody. And when they returned to quiet the matter, the children were calmer and mysteriously fatter. The boys and the girls drank up their drinks in the hay and thanked old McNugget and waddled away. Hey, do you see what I see? Look carefully at the children. Do you see what's peeking out underneath their sweaters? Look, there's feet sticking out of that one. I see more feathers, and more feathers, and more feathers. Hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I don't know. I can't be sure. Let's turn the page and see. Oh, he's got a nice big smile on his face. They limped to the school bus, all huffing and puffing. It's not easy to walk with hot turkey stuffing. Look, those are turkey legs. Do you see those? And those are turkey feathers. I think the children are hiding something. What do you think? And then, as the school bus drove off in the night, McNugget looked around. Not a turkey in sight. Where'd they go, he's thinking. No turkeys here. I guess they flew the coop. 'Twas the night before Thanksgiving, and the stars up above shone down on the school bus, abounding with love. The very next evening, 8 families were blessed with 8 fluffy Thanksgiving turkeys as guests. They feasted on veggies with jelly and toast, and everyone was thankful. The turkeys that most. Oh, there's a turkey right there. Do you see him? And there's the turkey there. And there's the turkey. And there's the turkey. And there's the turkey. And there's the turkey. Ah, and don't forget that one up there. So each one gave thanks for love and for living, and they all had a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. I hope all of you have a happy Thanksgiving. And I want to thank you for enjoying our stories with me tonight. So, if you need a storybook, come stop by the library. But I'm glad you stopped by tonight for our stories. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.